Never having been a teacher though, I couldn't actually relate to any of these things. I never told anyone to stop texting. I was one of the annoying students who asked for bonus marks. And I never actually spent enough time with someone to get to know them as well as a teacher would have. So, in my time of desperation, I did what all great writers of our era do. I turned to Google. I searched for stories about teachers, and I found some pretty interesting and funny ones. Did you know that there was a teacher's handbook in 1878? Rule number 8 was actually pretty funny. It said, the teacher who performs his labors faithfully without fault for 5 years will be given an increase of, drumroll please, 25 cents a week. Providing the Board of Education approves. I just hope that they're still not using that handbook. I also found a pretty funny story about the Fox Network and one of the reality shows that they were trying to produce. It was called, it was about high school. It was called Survivor, High School Edition. They ended up canceling the whole project. Fox said it wouldn't make enough money, but I know the real reason. There may be contestants willing to go on American Idol. There may be contestants willing to go on Survivor. In fact, there may be contestants who are willing to get the snot beaten out of them at UFC, but there is no contestant brave enough to step foot in a high school classroom. That's because teaching requires skill, mental fortitude, tact, intelligence, patience, and above all, compassion. So even though, teachers, we may text in class, we may arrive late constantly, and bother you incessantly about bonus marks, know that we respect you for all that you do and all that you are. But tonight, we don't just say thank you to all of the teachers. We don't just say thank you to all the teachers at James Howard High School. In fact, we look back at our lives up to this point and say thank you to all of our teachers, from kindergarten to junior high, to those we had last semester. They shaped us and they changed us for the better. And they, to an extent, determined the answer to the question, what are you going to be when you grow up? Heck, now I want to be a politician. Teachers, remember that if I get elected, I will ensure that you get no more budget cuts. Because this is a high school graduation, though, I do want to focus more on the last 3 years of high school. When Ashley and I asked people what made their 3 years of Howard so great, we got one overwhelming response: the teachers. It was a crazy Jamaican guy who ran at you, saying, "Get your butt off the table, man!" It was the Guyanese guy who ran the Friday prayers. Hey, some of us still think you're Pakistani. It was a teacher who spent hours upon hours working on the newspaper. It was the guy who spent hours upon hours fixing the teacher's computer, who spent hours upon hours fixing the newspaper. It was the crazy, awesome lady on the 3rd floor who yelled at you if you were talking during class time out in the halls. It was the English teacher who helped us on our assignments. It was that teacher who took bribes for our assignments. All I'll mention there is hot chocolate and blueberry muffins. And I know that there are teachers that I haven't mentioned yet, but just for you teachers, know that my last report card average wasn't high enough. Maybe next time, if you get my clue, I'll include you guys in the speech. Seriously, I know that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all the support and bonus marks that I received from my teachers. So, on behalf of the entire student body, I would like to thank all the English and social teachers who helped us survive our diploma exams. I'd like to thank all the math and science teachers. They taught us that y equals x, that planets use electrons, and that electrons can be in 2 places at once. Although we may not have known the value of math and science in grade 10, we now know that they drive the 2 most important factors in our lives: iPhones and Facebook. want to thank our CPS, Computer Technologies, Trades, and Gym teachers who taught us how to kick balls, soccer balls, how to cut wood without cutting your fingers, and a lot of other cool stuff. I also want to thank our ESL and special needs teachers. You made an invaluable contribution to a student's life. I want to thank our librarians who put up with our overdue library books. I know that glare that Ms. Whiteley's been giving me. She's not going to put up with it any longer. I want to thank our caretakers who cleaned up our messes when we should have cleaned them up. The ladies in the office, I want to thank you too. Thanks for making sure I got a phone call home if I was absent. And our administrators, thank you to you as well for making sure that I got punished if I got a phone call home if I was absent. And I want to thank our teachers' aides as well. You guys are all among the essential people who make up this machine that we call high school work. And although we may not see you every day, we need you just as much as we need the teachers. Graduates, this may be the last and final time we meet our teachers for a very long time. This might be the last time we see our teachers, period. I know that some teachers, like Mr. Saget and Mr. Giles, are leaving the school forever. So take this opportunity to shake hands, make heartfelt apologies for never paying attention in class, and above all, don't forget to ask for bonus marks. You know what? You teachers are a special breed. Putting up with us for 3 long, hard, arduous years, I think that you deserve a toast. To the teachers,